DoorDash has talked about it. Now they're putting some words into action. But what are you going to do about it? All right, if this is your first time checking out the Gig Geezer, hey, thanks for coming by. And if you would not mind, hit that subscribe button, give my content a thumbs up, and share my content among others. And if you're a returning visitor of the Gig Geezer, hey, thanks for coming back. Now, I am doing this upload of the Gig Geezer. I'm doing this segment of the Gig Geezer somewhat just by knee-jerk reaction, if you will. I just turned on all my apps, and probably less than 5 minutes ago, I had my first DoorDash order to come through, and it came through actually when I was about to turn on the DoorDash app. It presented me a different look, giving me some content about the option of earn by time or earn per order. Earn by time is what I had uploaded recently on the Gig Geezer channel, in which I explained how DoorDash is guaranteeing in my market $12.50 an hour. Now it goes on. Now this latest correspondence qualified it by saying it's based on really your active time. Your active time is the time that the moment that you accept the order till you drop off the order is your active time with DoorDash. Your dash time is the time that you spend, the time that once you turn on the app until you turn off the app. Before I get further, I'm going to tell you now that I've missed a couple of screens in which I did not do a screenshot of, but I can explain this entire process, this earn by time gimmick to try to get you into accepting all the orders as if you're top thirsty, top dasher, 2 point, 3 point, whatever iteration this is now. What happened is that I turn on the app and I get this prompt about explaining earn by time, earn per order. Then I go into turning on the app. Then I go into turning on the app to start my selected shift. And within about 30 seconds, I got an order that shows up at Dunkin' Donut, way about 10 minutes away. It's a short order. You know that it's not paying anything, but they want you to drive 10, 15 minutes in opposite direction, probably for about $3.50, $4. Oh, but you get to keep all the tips, and you get to earn, and you're going to earn $12.50 an hour. So I declined. Now it says you can accept it, but know that if you turn it down, you can only turn down one order, and the second order that you turn down, you will be booted out of the earn by time and go back to earn per order. So the way DoorDash has this thing set up is they want you to go to earn by time. In fact, they give you a tab, and I missed that as well. Not, I guess because I had a bunch of stuff on my mind though, but you have the option of going earn by time or earn per order right from the start though. But I guess I unknowingly went ahead and started with earn by time. And so I had the Dunkin' Donut order, and then I had another order to come up. It was Dollar General, and that was like 10, 15 minutes away, and that was probably for like $4 as well, another typical Dollar General order. And I declined that, and so then it tells me that okay, by doing this, you are now gonna end this dash or in this time slot that you selected, and then you will be going back to earn per order. Now, what I noticed when I went back to my home screen for DoorDash, it says now that my block started now at 10:09, and so while DoorDash had communicated in that initial email that I got last week that your block would end, it ends, but then it doesn't end. What happened? Now, all this occurred within 10 minutes. In fact, what I'm talking about occurred all within 10 minutes in terms of me receiving 2 DoorDash orders that I quickly declined. I wanted to get out of that mode as quick as I could, because I don't want to do the earn by time gimmick. I'm just not down for it. But what I'm getting at is, when you go back into your screen to check out your shift, it then shows where the shift resumes. So technically, yes, your block ended, but you did not lose the entire slot. So, like, for example, I blocked out for 5 hours today, and it just shows where it resumed at 10. It starts at 10:09 as opposed to 10 o'clock. Hopefully I'm making sense what I'm sharing. So once again, let me make this clear. Now, I selected a 5-hour block from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock today. And when I started with the earn by time, it assumes then that I'm going to do earn by time for 5 hours and so forth. And so I suppose that DoorDash engineered the app to work that way. But when I declined 2 quick orders, it now, yes, ended the block, but yet the entire 5-hour block I still had, because DoorDash cannot, I guess legally, DoorDash realizes that it cannot just kick you out entirely because you don't want to do that pay model. That would prompt some lawsuits in which it's telling you, because it would then basically be forcing you to do earn by time against your will. So it gives you the choice to get back in the time slots that you have already selected, but it's now operating on that earn by time. Hopefully I'm making sense again. So you still got your blocks, but now it's counting it based on your per order over the remaining time that you have already selected. That's what I'm getting at. So I'm about to go over here. I'm in the parking lot of a Chick-fil-A to do this order, 3 items, $7.50. It's still early. I'm out here because of I'm out here today doing a half hustle, and so I guess I'm also coming off of a day in which on yesterday, Monday, July 11, in which I missed making $200. I lost. In fact, the loss kind of irks at me because $197.30. I put in 9 hours yesterday. It was the pace of the orders, the volume of the orders were excruciatingly slow. And I also I thought that I actually had a chance to win yesterday evening, somewhere in that 8th and 9th hour working, and that I was at $1.76, and I happened to accept 2 orders at the time. It was an $18.14 Uber Eats from Popeye, and then an $11.25 DoorDash order, 2 items on the DoorDash order, 3 items on the Popeye order. Now, normally I don't do Popeyes, not at nighttime, because I'm concerned about the line, the drive-through lines and all that. There were 3 cars ahead of me, and so when I got there to tell him who I was there for, the guy tells me, well, we don't have most of the items for this order, so you're gonna have to have this order refunded through the app. Well, that $18 order dropped to now $3 based on the Uber Eats cancellation amount. The DoorDash order offered $11.25. It paid $11.25. Then I had another opportunity with Popeyes again, and that was an offer, 3 items for $13.25, which could have put me for the win as well. But I already knew that Popeyes was about to close, and so I ended up getting half pay, and so I ended up at $1.97.30. I had a couple cracks at winning, and it didn't happen, and so my latest winning streak now ended at, if memory serves me correct, 7 or 8 days. Okay, I just left Chick-fil-A with this order. I happened to get there as they were transitioning from their breakfast menu to their regular daily menu, and from what I can tell, they had to get out about 3 or 4 more breakfast orders, and then there were 3 or 4 other orders ahead of mine. And I think the one thing that held mine up was the macaroni and cheese that this customer had requested. All right, and that actually ties into what I'm about to share with this DoorDash's earn by time model. DoorDash says that when you do the earn by time model, you also get paid wait time. Is that extra time atop of what you are going to be paid based on your active time, which is based on a $12.50 an hour model? Or is it just saying that just know that you're being paid in the process? Now, what I recall of wait time is back in my Uber rideshare days, in which you got paid wait time if you had a rider who requested a stop along the way, like at a liquor store or something to that effect, a convenience store. You got the additional wait time along with the mileage time that you were based on. You know, Uber has changed its pay model so many times since I've not been driving rideshare on a regular basis that I'm completely out of the loop. But I do recall back in the early days of Uber Eats, so we're talking 2017 when it first debuted in my market, and you had mostly McDonald's orders back then. You got paid wait time based on 11 cent a mile, or 12 cent a minute. And so if you were in the drive-through line at McDonald's at 11:30 at night, you could conceivably be waiting for in upwards of 30 minutes to get to the window. Well, if you had to wait 30 minutes to get to the window, well, now with the Uber Eats model, you didn't know how much you were going to get paid for the order. Most times the order really didn't pay worth a damn. But if you had to wait 30 minutes, you're likely to get somewhere in the range of $3 to $3.60 for that wait time. Is DoorDash going to do something like that? I don't think that DoorDash is going to be paying additional time atop of the $12.50 an hour. But I could be wrong. And if I am, please bring it to my attention. And by the way, if you like the content that's been provided in this segment of the Gig Geezer or in any other segment of the Gig Geezer, hey, hit that subscribe button. Give my content a thumbs up. Share my content among others, and I definitely welcome your comments in the section below, and especially on this earn by time model by DoorDash. Now, again, as a recap, here's what I've seen so far with this earn by time thing. Now, the biggest thing is knowing that you're not really being booted off entirely of the time slots that you've selected. That was my concern, in which it really would be forcing you into doing earn by time. No, what happens is that your remaining time is then converted over, according to the DoorDash app and algorithm, to the earn per order model. So I think that's why it's done that way. So the choice is yours. You can do the earn by time, and maybe in your market and in your personal situation, that is the way to go. And then again, you can do the earn per order. My concern was initially, and what prompted me to do this segment of the Gig Geezer, was that would I be seeing any volume of orders at all because I'm doing earn per order? Because there are other models in which you're supposedly getting preferential treatment or priority in terms of pay models for orders if you maintain a certain acceptance rate. That is the beta testing that's going on in some other markets, and in this market here in the Columbia metropolitan area, it's the earn per hour thing. So you have to make the best decision for yourself. I know that the earn per order has been the better model for me, and the one that I am more willing to deal with. Are these exciting times for gig delivery drivers? I don't think so. I think it's there's some uncertainty. I mean, these companies are under the pressure of making money, showing some type of upward trend in making money, and to cut these billions of dollars of losses. And so they're slinging stuff against the wall. They're trying anything, I suppose, to improve their bottom line. And and unfortunately, we are at the bottom of the feeding chain. We are the people that are most, at least at the ground level, we are the ones who are impacted the most by it. All right. I actually had before. I could not just let go of this earn by time thing, at least the way I initially planned on doing this. And so I'm coming back having looked at an email that I received while I was out doing this first half hustle that explained earn by time a little further. And so I'm going to give a I'm going to give a little deeper analysis of what DoorDash has communicated to, at least to me, in that email, and what may be the case for you. And also, you may be able to make some type of extrapolation to the other model in which DoorDash offers drivers at least $2 per mile while you're during your actual time completing a delivery. So you got to understand this. These companies are smart. This is all about PR and framing something in such a way to make it sound very good. Then it's up to people like myself and others to at least break it down in such a way that you understand what's going on. Now, DoorDash says that drivers on average will earn more doing earn by time deliveries as opposed to earn by delivery. Okay. Now, DoorDash is basing this on a couple of metrics that are actually interrelated. I shared in another Gig Geezer segment that I posed a question: do drivers actually make $24, $25 an hour? And there's the thumbnail on the inset. And DoorDash bases what it says drivers make per hour on actual time. And again, actual time is the time that from the moment DoorDash counts from the moment you accept that order to the moment you mark that order as delivered. Okay. Now, the other thing is that the average driver is actually 97% of the drivers who attempt to complete one order per year, and that's based on what DoorDash shared in some communications last year. In 2021, over 6 million drivers attempted to complete one order on the app, and DoorDash says that over 97% of the drivers out there dash they are on the app on average 2 hours or less per week. Now, what made me understand now is that they're basing the 2 hours per week based on actual time. If I go on the premise of actual time versus dash time, which is the time that you turn on the app until you turn it off, there are things that can distort your actual dash time. And some of the things that distorts your dash time is when you put it on pause, but it's still counting. So, at least based on my habits or tendencies, my dash time is anywhere between 2 to 2.5 times more than my actual time. And so let's extrapolate that out. If they're saying that the average person is out there 2 hours a week, actually the drivers out there anywhere between 4 and 6 hours a week. That's actually giving you an example of 2 to 3 times more. But I think 4 to 6 hours a week is a realistic number as well. So keep all that in mind now. Again, in my market, DoorDash is saying that if you go earn by time, you're guaranteed to earn at least $12.50 an hour based on actual time. So let's give you some real numbers here now. Now, DoorDash in the communication at least tried to sell to me that let's say that you accepted an order. It takes you 10 minutes to get there, 10 minutes wait time, actually it was a different set of numbers, but I'm using round numbers that we can all just grasp. 10 minutes to get there, 10 minutes wait time, 10 minutes to drop off the order. Based on that actual time, you're going to be paid for those 30 minutes. That includes your wait time. That's what they're saying as well. But I've already shared another example what wait time was, at least using Uber Eats back in its early days. You actually got paid additional time. DoorDash isn't saying that, and so I was correct by sharing that earlier. So you get paid. You're going to be paid $6.25 to that point. DoorDash says, and so let's say you got a $7 tip on top of that order. So now you're being paid $13.25 on just that order. Okay. But let's be realistic. Are you just going to shut it down after that one order? No. But okay, I shared that. Now DoorDash says that on average you should earn more than earn by delivery. In my market, an order that has a $7 tip typically is going to pay straight up at once you hit the complete delivery. Going to pay anywhere between $10 and $12.50. So based on that one order, yes, earned by time may actually pay better. But let's use the 2 hours a week. So now you're out some more time. You're out there a little longer, okay? So the key factor is, what is your next order? Now, in order to stay on earned by time, you can only decline one order per hour before you're booted out of the earned by time model. Okay, that second decline puts you into earn by delivery. So now you're obligated to accept another order. So that means, let's use this example, which are actual orders that came across my screen within the last 30 minutes. Okay, 2 orders, and I actually had like 4 orders, but I'm going to show you a low and a high as realistic examples. Okay, the first order, Outback Steakhouse, $2.50. You know that's a no tip order. Okay, so you're going to complete that, and then DoorDash sends this order, Misha's Cupcakes, Misha's Sinful Cookies, or Misha's. Okay, Misha's offer $10.50. Okay, 10 miles, but you take it because it's showing $10.50. At least that's what some people may do. Based on this earned by time, both of those orders should take you an hour. Okay, they really should. Misha's, you're going to wait about maybe 3 minutes, at the most 5 minutes inside Misha's. Your wait time is going to be really with Outback. Okay, but if DoorDash gives you that example, now with that Misha's order, that order should pay a tip of, given Misha's type of customers, that order is going to pay anywhere between $5 and $7 tip. So let's take the high end of that. Okay, you are going to make $12.50 in that hour because it's going to take you a full hour. Your tip on the high end is going to be $7. So your tip on the high end is going to be $7. You just made $19.25. Now I'm going to give you my last 2 orders, which were completed within an hour. My first order completed was for $9. My second order completed was $16.25. $25.25 versus $19.50. So if you are the typical driver who's going to accept all the orders and maintain that 70 plus or higher acceptance rate, your numbers are only going to compare equally to someone who may not work orders as expertly as I do. Now, since I cherry pick and I work across all apps, it just so happened my last 2 orders that I accepted and completed were DoorDash orders. And so that's why I can make that straight up comparison. So you have to keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. You got to work the numbers for yourself. You got to think this through for yourself. And you have to decide which one is best for you. But I've just given you an example of actual examples, comparisons, straight ups and all. And it's on you now. And with that, this is yet another segment of the Gig Geezer. If you like the content that's been provided in this segment or in any other segment, hit that subscribe button, give my content a thumbs up, share my content among others, and I definitely welcome your comments in the section below. I'm Inwood Lane, and as always, may your hustle and may your grind continue.